Rain barrels were a common sight only a couple generations ago, but their use faded away until recently. Growing concerns about the environment have led to a rain barrel revival in Clark County. Citizens are adding rain barrels to their yards for several reasons. Diverting rainwater from roadways in the storm water system allows runoff to soak into the ground close to where it came down. This accomplishes three things. First, diverting water reduces the amount of pollutants and eroded soil that is washed into our waterways. Second, it reduces the speed and volume of stormwater runoff entering the stormwater system in nearby streams. Reducing the amount of stormwater decreases stream bank erosion and sediment in the water. And third, water diverted to a rain barrel for later use in the garden slowly infiltrates into the ground, recharging the supply of in-ground water that we use for drinking, cooking, and other uses. Building a rain barrel is fairly simple. For a basic rain barrel, you will need a 55-gallon barrel, a 3/4 inch faucet, also called a hose bib, a 3/4 inch overflow elbow, overflow hose or tubing, a 4-inch round grate, and a 6-inch square piece of screen for the inlet, a power drill with a 1-inch hole saw and a 4-inch hole saw, jigsaw, or keyhole saw for the inlet, and epoxy or other waterproof sealant. You may choose to try some variations for your rain barrel setup. The sky is the limit, but this example will show you a basic way to create a rain barrel. When choosing a barrel, be sure that you use a food-grade barrel. If you find other barrels, make sure there's no chemical residue in the barrel that might harm your plants. You may also want to install a hose splitter for the bib, resize the overflow or inlet, or use extra tubing to connect to multiple barrels. If you have transparent barrels like these, use a paint suitable for plastic and decorate to discourage algae growth. Step 1. Mark the location of your holes. As a general rule, the openings should avoid the curved areas of the barrel on the top. Consider ahead of time where you want the faucet and the overflow in the relation to the barrel placement with the house, gutter, and landscaping. Typically, the hole for the faucet should be as close to the bottom as possible, the overflow close to the top, and the grate on the opposite side of the barrel from the faucet or hose bib directly under the downspout. Mark the drilling spot for the faucet or hose bib. With the barrel upright, rotate it 90 degrees and place the overflow hole. When marking the location of the overflow, make sure the elbow will clear any obstructions, since some barrels have a lip that may get in the way. Now mark the location for the overflow, near the top rim, but far enough to allow you to screw in the fitting. Turn the barrel another 90 degrees and mark a spot on the top for the inlet. Trace the outside of the top of the grate. Step 2. Drill the barrel. Be sure to wear safety goggles and use gloves. You may want someone to help you steady the barrel as you drill. The inlet can be drilled in several ways. If you have a heavy-duty drill, you can use a 4-inch hole saw. Another option is to use a jigsaw. Trace the outsides of the grate on the barrel and use your 1-inch hole saw to drill a starter hole. Then use the jigsaw inside the line to cut out the circle. Due to the ridges on the grate, you will need a slightly larger hole. Alternatively, use a keyhole saw to cut out the hole. In the marked locations, drill a 1-inch hole for the faucet and a 1-inch hole for the overflow. Step 3. Install your fittings. Using the brass hose bib, screw it in the overflow hole to thread the hole, then unscrew the hose bib and screw in the overflow elbow. You do not need to seal the overflow fitting since the pressure is usually low and very little leakage will occur. Screw in the faucet to thread the hole. Carefully unscrew the faucet and coat the threads with a sealant suitable for plastic. Epoxy is an excellent sealant available at any hardware store. Screw the faucet back into the hole. Next, lay a square of fiberglass window screen onto the inlet hole and put the grate in place. You do not need to seal the inlet grate. Now you have a completed rain barrel ready to install. To learn more about rain barrels, rain gardens, and how you can help protect your streams, contact the Watershed Stewards Program at 360-397-6060 or email watershed.stewards@clark.wa.gov. This Watershed Stewards Program is made possible through the generous funding of the Clark County Clean Water Program.